Hello, everybody. So let's make ourselves comfortable for our session today. So my suggestion, if you're like me, is to enjoy having a little stretch at the start. So allow yourself to stretch out those arms. If you've been sitting for a long time and you want to get up and shake your legs, you can do that. If you need to move your head, your neck. Anyway, take a few seconds to make yourself comfortable in your body, and then make yourself comfortable wherever you're sitting. And then close your eyes. And first, we're going to make ourselves aware of the weight of our bodies, where we're sitting. So feel the weight. Feel your weight on your seat, the sensations of your body on the place that you're sitting on. And then the weight of our self on this earth. And so for that, just allow your awareness to drop into your feet and feel the weight of your body on the floor. And press your feet onto the floor a little bit more to really feel that connection with the ground, with the earth underneath. With that intention to connect with the earth and to ground yourself, to anchor yourself in its energy. And maybe in return, you can already start to feel the energy from the earth coming towards you with more intensity as you're more aware of it. And following that, allow your awareness to move back up from your feet, through your legs, through your torso, to land right into your chest, in the middle of your chest, into your heart. And here we're going to get a little bit more tuned in and connected to our hearts, either by touching our heart with our hand, or else tuning in a little bit more into either the sensations of your heartbeats in your chest, or even tuning into the sound of your heartbeats in your chest, listening to the sounds of your own body. And once you feel connected, once you feel your heart, just imagine or visualize as if your breath was flowing in and out directly through your heart. A little bit as if your heart had a nose. And as you do this, keep visualizing your breath flowing in and out. And now let's breathe a little bit slower and a little bit deeper than usual. And as you do this, you'll notice your visualization of your breath matching that, and so going a little bit slower. And let's make a sincere attempt to balance our breath as much as we can, so that our in-breath and our out-breath are just about the same length. Trying to have our breathing cycles as regular as we can. And just finding a rhythm that is comfortable for you. So we'll do that for another minute or so together in silence, pacing the rhythm of our breath. Okay, and now you might already start to feel a sense of calm, quiet, peaceful coming over you. That's this heart-centered breathing working. And from this state of peace and neutral, first of all, let's remind ourselves of the vision that we have for our lives. So it could be the vision, the global vision that you know you have for your life. Or if that's not clear, or if it feels too far away, it could be your values, what you consider your purpose to be, or just very simply your goals, the goals that you have for the next few years, or even just for this year. So make it a time frame that's comfortable for you, but envision, remember yourself where you want to head in the future. And once we've done that, we'll just for a few moments turn towards the very recent past and just contemplate how last week unfolded. So with no judgments, just contemplate what did work well and what didn't work as well as you wished last week. So in here, you can focus on the most important area of your life if you want. It could be work maybe, or else just stay general and look at every important area of your life without discrimination, from the professional to the personal, without forgetting yourself, your self-care. It can be relationships with your loved ones. Could be your leisure time, your passions, your health, exercise, your community. So in all of these areas, what did work well? working well and that you want to keep that way, the things that you want to expand on, to nurture, these things that you want more of. And on the what didn't work so well, just notice these things that you would rather change, that you would rather let go of, that you want less of in the future. And welcome any memory, any piece of information as feedback and valued information. Let's reflect for about another minute before moving on. Okay, and now let's ask ourselves a question that if last week or a version of last week was to repeat itself into the future over and over, would it bring us closer to our vision, to our goals? Would it actually be aligned with our values, with our purpose? And here doesn't need to be a precise answer, but just getting a general feel for what the answer is, as in, yes, this is heading right on track in the right direction. Or actually, maybe I'm a little bit off track, or maybe I'm way off track. And if you're off track, just don't judge it, just welcome it again as valuable piece of information. As now we're going to start working on aligning and course correcting. So now for this next part, we're all gonna invite a friend, and this friend is our imagination. So let's ask our imagination to show up and help us to envision and to imagine the best possible week for this week coming, this week starting today. In the best possible scenario, with the best possible outcomes, what could this week look like? And first, let's look at what could the week look like if everything that's in our control, in our direct control, was to work as smoothly and ideally as possible. So in an ideal world, in an ideal week where we perform, we function optimally, we're at our best, good decisions, action in all these areas of your life. What could happen? What would you make happen? And how would the week look like? So let's give ourselves a minute to think about that. Okay. And as everything is not in our control, obviously, now let's envision, let's imagine if also everything that's not directly in our hands was to work out in the best way possible for us and for everyone else involved. What could the week look like when that happens? Maybe decisions, maybe we're dependent on other people's decisions or actions, or maybe even dependent on the weather. So when all of this happens to work out for the best, what could our week look like? Again, let's give ourselves a minute. Okay. And now, what about the unexpected? What about things, synchronicities, opportunities that could enter our lives in a surprising, unexpected manner? So what if we were blessed with some of these this week? What could that look like? What could our week look like if we were welcoming unexpected events, unexpected surprises that are also for the best? So just give ourselves another minute to imagine what would this week look like with positive, uplifting, unexpected surprises. Okay, and now let's just set an intention that we're ready, willing to welcome into our lives some unexpected surprises that we have not yet been able to imagine because they're so far beyond the realm of our imagination, because they're in a different paradigm that we're in so far. So let's set the intention that we're open to notice them, to acknowledge them for what they are, to recognize that there are opportunities even if they don't look like what we're familiar with, and that we'd be open to welcoming them and receiving them into our lives. So opening up our willingness to receive beyond what we are currently able to imagine. And now let's move into our last part of this session. And let's notice how we're feeling. We've just imagined the best possible scenario for the week. So how does that make us feel? Giving us a hint of how we would feel, how we will feel when the week unfolds in its best version. So it might be a very familiar sensation of feeling that you can name, like gratitude or joy or excitement. Or maybe they're just things you feel into your body, sensations in your body that may be more subtle or diffuse. You don't really know what they are, but you can feel them and it's perfectly fine. Whichever the case is, we're just gonna make them stronger. And for that, I'm just gonna invite us to imagine or visualize again as if these sensations are flowing in and out through our hearts with each of our breath. So just imagine, visualize or feel every time you breathe in as if these positive, uplifting, expansive sensations are flowing into your heart when you breathe in. And they're also radiating out from your heart when you breathe out. Every time you breathe in, you're feeling them entering your body through your heart. And every time it makes you feel them with more intensity into your body. And every time you breathe out, visualize, imagine these sensations flowing out through your heart and radiating out, expanding out into the space around you. So every time you breathe in and out, you're making them stronger, more powerful, inside and outside. Every time we breathe in and out, these feelings, these sensations become stronger. And they're becoming so strong, entering your heart with such power and radiating out from your heart with such intensity that now, with the help of our imagination again, we can actually visualize as if from our hearts these sensations are shooting out with such power that they create a laser beam, and that laser beam is shooting out in front of us and is literally carving out a portal in front of us. A portal, an opening in time and space, a little bit like in your favorite sci-fi movies. And now we're gonna enter this portal. So in your mind's eyes, imagine as if you're walking through the portal, and through the portal is this new version of reality for this week, this new version of reality that we have envisioned and imagined. And on this side of the portal, we're connected with all the possibilities, that this version of reality holds. So for a moment, taking deep breath, just going to invite us to really feel how connected we are with these possibilities, this new realm of information. So imagine as you breathe in that you're literally feeling these connections with your body, as if they're making their way through your body, right into your core, into your cells, making your cells vibrate. And when you breathe out, you can breathe out gratitude, knowing that this is happening, that this is true, that you're grateful for these connections and grateful for this reality now being your new present. Breathe in, feel these connections, breathe out gratitude. And notice these expansive sensations, this expansive state. And now, before finishing this session, I'm going to invite us to create a reminder of this expansive state. To do that, we're just going to create a physical anchor for it. So choosing a gesture that could be just touching your thumb and index finger together, or that could be rubbing your chest with your fingers where your heart is, touching your heart with your fingers, or any other sense of touch that you want. So choosing this physical anchor just now, create this movement, this gesture for yourself. I am touching my thumb and finger together, but you can do something else. And as you do this, just know that this is now anchoring this beautiful, expansive feeling, inner state that you're in, so that at any time during the week when you need it, all you need to do to bring yourself back into this beautiful space of connection, all you need to do is touch your thumb or index finger together, or touch your heart or any other gesture, movement that you've chosen for yourself. So once you're comfortable, you're confident that you've created that anchor, take a last round of deep breath. And now we're going to bring ourselves back in the here and now. And to do this, let's rub our hands together until they're warm. Then place them at the top of our heads. And from there, proceed to gently touch every part of our bodies, from our face, our head, our neck, our shoulders, all the way down to our arms. And going back on our shoulders, and this way all the way down through the top of our body, the front of our torso, our abdomen, and also the sides of our body, and as much of our backs as we can. And then our legs, starting with our hips, all the way down through our thighs, our knees, our lower legs, all the way down to our feet, if we can touch them from the position that we're in. And if you can't touch your feet, it's okay. Just press your feet into the ground again with that intention to ground yourself, anchor yourself into the earth one more time. And when you're confident that you're grounded again, just open your eyes and welcome back. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for this session. And I shall say, see you next week. Bye. Love you.